What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we're taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart, the altcoin market. We'll take a peek over at Ethereum today, the Ripple XRP price chart, and probably a couple other altcoins to take a look at what's happening with the market right now. This week has been an interesting week. Obviously, Bitcoin cleared $50,000 at one point. Media went wild with it. Michael Saylor came out and said, hey, I bought $177 million worth of Bitcoin with MicroStrategy. And while the price has been pulling back since then. As we can see here on the chart, I have the 702 Fibonacci retracement laid out here from the rally that happened with Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live back over here on May 8th. Price crashed. We've now retraced 702 or 70.2% since that day. So Elon Musk, super exciting, to the moon, crash, retrace back to 702. Highly anticipated moment. As you know, I'm on edge. These are the times where I get nervous. These are the times where I get uncomfortable because we've seen it 100,000 times what it feels like that when we retrace back to that price level, that's where things get decided. Is the market going to roll over and head to the downside, or is the market going to break through it and go absolutely crazy? So as we're here, I sit in high anticipation, high anxiety, and nervousness, waiting to see what's going to happen. At the same time, I look around the rest of the market to see what's going on with other altcoins, right? What's the rest of the market telling us the story is going to be? First of all, I have sold 65% of my Bitcoin. I didn't do that recently. I did that back in February, right after Elon Musk announced that they bought Bitcoin. I sold it there between $45,000 to $58,000, and I rotated it all throughout the rest of the market into the altcoin market. So I'm incredibly long this market. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but that's the way I've placed my bets. I don't ever tell you what to do. You need to make your own decisions and figure out what you're going to do with your own research, because I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm long the market, but I'm also very well aware of the incredible risks as we're right here at this 702 Fibonacci retracement. This is where things can turn absolutely terrible or absolutely exciting. And the way my bets are placed is that we're going to eventually get through it. We'll have to see what happens, but that's how I'm placing my bets. Now, there's certain things I'd be looking for in the market that would make me probably change my mind, right? So I'll at least share those things that would make me really scared of the market had we gotten to this area in a different structure. We didn't do an ABC correction to get our way back up here. As a matter of fact, we have followed the exact thing we've been looking for months. We can even see that happening over here on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has retraced all the way back to the 618 Fibonacci retracement, but it did precisely what we were looking for. And it did exactly what happened back in 2017 with various different altcoins. You have your big plunge followed by your double bounce, sideways capitulation, not setting a new low. And then the price takes off with no opportunity for reentry. And then what happens? The price goes sideways. We keep talking about that there would be this teeth grinding and nail biting moment of where it would be underneath the retracement levels and it would just go sideways for what would seem like weeks. Well, guess what? Ethereum has already been doing it for 18 days at this point. So 2.5 weeks have elapsed now that Ethereum has just been going sideways up there. This is the same thing that we saw happen for XRP back in 2017 that we keep referencing back to, that it has the big crash, then it has the two bounces, sideways capitulation, doesn't set a new low, heads up to the retracement levels, does not provide an opportunity for reentry, and then goes sideways, which is exactly what we've seen happening over here on Ethereum and over here on the total altcoin market cap and on the total market cap, all heading back up to the retracement levels with no opportunity for reentry. And Ethereum kind of showing us that way right ahead of everybody, really, that it's just going sideways. So while this moment for Bitcoin is highly anticipated and stressful and anxiety filled, for me at least, as we're back at the retracement levels, waiting for a decision to get made, looking to other aspects of the market is what's helping me keep my conviction that we're going to continue marching our way up. And like we've been talking about for the last several months, I talked about in yesterday's video, I talked about over here on Twitter, that we could see that Bitcoin is right where it should be in relation to what this correction has looked like previously, and that we're right there at that moment of the retrace level where things are just volatile and uncertain as we're in that moment. Right or wrong? I don't know. Time will tell. But the market has followed the things we talked about during the depths of despair. So these were the things that we were looking to happen as we were down in here. And sure enough, the market did play out precisely like that, heading straight to those retracement levels without giving any reentry opportunities. We've even had some coins lead the way like Cardano, Solana, and Luna, following what we saw happen back in 2017 for XRP, where it just broke out with no opportunity for reentry and then kept on marching. And like we've discussed over here with IOTA, same thing back in 2017. Fall, two bounces sideways, capitulation, not setting the new low, heading all the way back up to the retracement levels with no opportunity for reentry. But then at those retracement levels, finding some volatility in that spot. And as we can see, the total market cap of the altcoins has gotten just there. So now it's just kind of wait and see, grind your teeth, eat the popcorn, twiddle your thumbs. What's going to happen? One of the things we talked about in yesterday's video with Cardano being the leader up in here is how it broke above its all-time high. We see a double tap, we see a bull flag, we see a back test into the bull flag. But what if that's wrong too? What if the volatility is going to be even stronger than just that and it's going to pull all the way back down in here? Would that be devastating? Would that mean that everything is falling apart? Hard to know. But the thing we kept pointing to that was showing us the sign that Cardano would do something like this was Litecoin from back in 2017. And we know that when Litecoin got above its all-time high, it did fall back down. We've talked about that multiple times over the last couple of weeks that did happen and then recovered and then eventually went on to do its crazy run, right? So the volatility that could happen right in here, there's just no way for me to be able to predict it or even give any type of reasonable confidence level on what's going to happen with short-term volatility as we're back up in those price levels and what could happen for each individual altcoin bouncing around in there. But we know that when Litecoin did exactly this back in 2017, that's what ended up playing out before it ended up going on its big run. And that moment in time we're talking about for XRP back in 2017, earlier in the year, right? This is back in March of 2017. We could say, hey, look, it broke out at the all-time high over here. What happened? There was still massive volatility that took place right in there, taking it back below that all-time high. So it's hard to know. And I don't feel comfortable putting any reasonable expectations on what could happen as the market cap has finally gotten back up to the retracement level and there's profit taking happening right in here, right? How much profit's going to be taken, where the buyer is going to come back in, how long is it going to bounce around in the range, what is the time going to look like for that? Hard to really know. It's one of those things I just have to kind of sit back, wait and watch and see what happens. We got to where we thought we would get to. We thought we would just zoom right back up to the retracement levels and then most likely go sideways. And Ethereum has been doing that for 18 days. So we may just be in this pause time period with the cryptocurrency market as the altcoin market and the total market are back up in the retracement levels and as Bitcoin has gotten back to the 702 Fibonacci retracement. So for the next couple of weeks or until it actually breaks, it's going to be just that. It's going to be sitting back, twiddling our thumbs, wondering, are we getting through or not? And that is why professionals and experienced people will take profits right here. They're not going to take the risk on their entire portfolio wondering if it is or if it isn't. They say, let me go ahead and lock some stuff in right now. And then if it keeps going, great. If it falls down, oh well, I got some out of the market. But I am not a day trader. I'm a hodler and I have my own convictions on what the whole market cycle is. And I'm just continuing to follow that. Now, as for XRP, it's retraced back to the 702 Fibonacci retracement right here, pinpoint, nailed it right there. And ever since then, back on August 15th, it has just been ranging in here. You know, things about it, right? We look at that, but that's looking pretty similar to what happened up in there, isn't it? And then we saw what happened after that. In the end, for XRP right now, it's just about retracement levels for me and waiting and waiting and waiting and what's going to happen. We know that the big retracement level for XRP is the 702, just like it is for Bitcoin. We saw that was the price level that it broke through back in here. This was where the struggle was at 702 3 different times. Then finally, once it cleared through it, that's when all systems were go. So long as XRP is sitting in here, nothing is safe. If anything, it's up near the highest boundary of the range, right? But it's not until retracement levels really start to get cleared that excitement can start kicking in and I can start being like, woohoo. But as you know, as we're up here at the retracement levels, it's potentially the top of a range. And it must break through that level in order for excitement to really kick in. So no matter what kind of price action that plays out in here, whether this thing does pull back lower or if this thing starts kind of grinding its way back up, none of it really matters until there's like this clear break through these levels. Clear break through these levels, boom, you're going to see me get really, really excited. So long as we're up near the top of the range, we can say, hey, look, it's looking optimistic. It's doing the things that we were just looking at on all those other things, right? Getting straight back up to the retracement levels in nearly a straight line, going sideways with no opportunity for re-entry. It's looking good. It's doing just like what we saw happen in 2017 for IOTA, Litecoin, and XRP before things got really exciting. But at the same time, you know where we are. We're at the retracement levels. We've got to get through them. And as we know, this is where the sky can fall from when it gets back to these retracement levels. We've seen it happen many times before, and even here in 2021. But we also know this can be the spot where if it breaks through it with clear conviction, things can get incredible. And we see that happen over and over again as well. And right now, as the total market cap of all of crypto and the total market cap of the altcoins sits right there, we sit patiently waiting for the answer, knowing that in some circumstances, it can take a while for that answer to come. But we know that we have leaders that have shown the way, including Cardano, Luna, and Solana. And for that, I stay with my conviction that the market's going to move to the upside and have placed my bets accordingly. But we all know where we are. We're at the retracement levels, and this is where the big fight takes place for the direction of the market. So, fingers crossed. But all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. We're halfway through the week. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I hope that you're doing well so far this week. I want to thank you so much for watching my channel and watching my video. If you're looking for something to do, you can check out my website over here. This is at bcbacker.com. This is my website where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the different altcoin season and altcoin market cycles, tying them all together to show how they've worked in the past. I teach you how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro. I talk about my personal exit plans in here, and I do have my most recent market update right down here on July 31st, and you can check out all of this educational content over here on bcbacker.com. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.